Welcome back into the film room. I'm your host, Eric Turner. Tonight, we have a special feature on guard Connor McGovern, the Bills' new guard. They signed him to a 3-year deal worth $23 million, and he's a guy that I really like. He's got some positional flexibility, can play some center, can play some right guard, but last season, most of his reps were at left guard, and I thought he played really well. Last season, Josh Allen was under pressure 35.3% of the time. That was the 8th most in the NFL. And a lot of that pressure came up the middle from the guard positions and at times at center as well. So tonight we're going to dive into some of the skills and traits that he possesses and show you why I believe the Bills coveted what he brings as an offensive lineman. Specifically, athleticism is something that general manager Brandon Beane highly covets when it comes to the offensive line. Secondly, use of hands. That's a Cromer staple. I think that Connor McGovern is a Cromer type guy when it comes to hand leverage and using his hands in the run game, but also in pass protection. Another skill that I really like from McGovern is his ability to stay level with his teammates. And that's important in pass protection because when teams want to run stunts or games, it makes it so much easier to pass off. And that's something the Bills struggled with last season, especially when they went to those empty sets. So those 5-man protections, a lot of times where it's just man on man and teams were running those stunts or twists and they just struggled to pick them up. Finally, my favorite trait on him is his anchor, or his ability to recover and anchor and finish near the line of scrimmage. It's so important for interior offensive linemen to finish as close to the line of scrimmage as possible to maintain the depth of the pocket so Josh Allen can step up or hitch up into the pocket to throw the ball down the field. So without further ado, let's jump into the film and take a look at Connor McGovern. This is just incredible athleticism and recovery by McGovern. And if you're into athleticism and RAS scores, relative athletic scores, this play is for you and this guard's for you because he was up over 9. I want to say he was in the 9.74 range in RAS score. And then you can see it on this play. On the snap, Cowboys are running a 4-man slide. So those guys are all sliding to the right. Left tackle is locked on. So Hargrave sees this unfolding, and McGovern essentially has 2 gaps on this play. He's kind of that pivot guy between both sides of the offensive line. Hargrave sticks inside and then runs as a looper as Sweat spikes inside. And McGovern recognizes this, and he recognizes that they're too wide apart to pass this stunt off, because they're at a different level now. So now McGovern has to recover, and he's able to ride Hargrave wide of Dak Prescott's spot in the pocket. I really like him in pass protection. He's got smooth kick slides when we're talking angle sets. But watch on this snap. Initially, he steps inside with that right foot, protects that interior gap, but that guy loops out wide. Watch him get his hands on him and then move the feet. He's a really athletic guard. You see that punch inside initially with that right foot and then kicks out wide. Look at the balance and how, he keeps that pass rusher away from the quarterback spot. This is a really nice attempt of a game by the Titans. You're going to see this guy rush upfield, get some depth, and then spike inside. He's going to stab inside and then run as a looper. And this is another one of those plays you get to see the athleticism of McGovern. They're not able to pass this stunt off because they're on different levels, because that pass rusher got so far up the field. So he's got to stick with him, and that's what he does. He realizes he can't pass it. He's going to stay attached and run him wide of the spot. So really good athleticism recognition on this play. Here is a rep against Vita Vea and the Bucks from the playoffs last season. Just another rep where he's got that smooth, efficient kick slide. I mean, he's so smooth that he could probably balance a cup of water on his helmet. Punches out, and he's able to just mirror Vita Vea as he tries using that speed rush move out wide. Really nice balance here. It's a jump set on the defensive tackle of the Eagles. You see him jump out there and then maintain his balance through that rep. That's one thing with him. Once he latches on, he's got really good balance. You see him as that defender cuts back inside. Watch how he positions his body to cut off that rusher and keep his body between the pass rusher and the quarterback. I like his hand usage. He has the ability to punch with both hands. And you see that here. He punches with that outside hand, that left hand. Hargrave swats it away, but he's able to refit and then get into the body of Hargrave and keep him out wide. Keep him away from the quarterback spot in the pocket and finish near the line of scrimmage. Another clip for his hand usage. Watch that left hand. Watch the punch. Aggressive near the line of scrimmage. Then he locks that guy down. Just too easy for him. If that guy doesn't have a pass rush plan, he's not ready for that punch, he's not ready for that aggressiveness, then he's able to just lock him down. It's too easy. I absolutely love this rep versus Kinlaw by McGovern. Just so balanced in his pass set. Patient off the snap. There he punches right there. Just beautiful punch placement. But also look at the weight distribution. When he throws that punch, it doesn't throw his balance or weight distribution off. He's so efficient with his punch and calculated. He keeps his balance. And you see Kinlaw chops it down, but then he just refits that hand quickly and keeps that pass rusher out wide. So tremendous patience and punch placement there by McGovern. I just love watching him when he does punch, when he is aggressive. It's calculated, but it's also balanced. His weight distribution still is over the top of his toes. All right, another clip from the Eagles game. This is something that always shows up in his tape. Look at how level he is with his teammates, the center and the tackle. Hargrave is lined up just inside of him, but you see Hargrave go inside. He keeps his eyes on and head on a swivel. As that edge rusher Sweat spikes inside, he's right there, maintaining the same level as your teammates when you're working as a unit, an offensive line unit, is crucial, especially when you're running these type of formations and sets where the quarterback isn't empty. Watch how he initially sets to the defensive end. Really nice set, stays on level with his teammates, and as soon as that guy spikes inside and they bring that extra rusher off the edge, look at him pick up that guy and just anchor and sit down. Another good job here, staying level and anchoring versus the pass rusher. Once again, staying on level, smooth kick slide. Look at his feet. Pick up, put down, pick up, put down. Staying on level with the center and the tackle. And as soon as the center loses leverage of that nose tackle, he's there to secure the pocket. Watch the efficiency in his movements, how he stays on level with the center and tackle. Just a great job here. If that guy's not in a rush to get to the quarterback, why should he? Stay near the line of scrimmage, try to finish near the line of scrimmage when that guy does commit, then just refit your hands and lock him down. This is one of those plays where staying on the same level with the adjacent offensive lineman is so important. Titans run a game here. This guy's going to stab inside, then go out wide, and they're bringing the edge rusher inside into the A-gap, typically trying to attack that A-gap. But watch how staying on the same level helps these guys pass this so much easier. So he snaps off the defensive tackle and then uses his long arms. He's got 34 1/8 inch arm length, and that allows him to ride that guy wide as he loops inside. So not only is he a bigger, taller guard, but that length really comes in hand when you're passing off these stunts in games. This is probably my favorite trait of his ability to anchor or his anchor recovery. So Hargrave is over him. You see the contact. He's a power guy. Absorbs that initial contact, refits his hands, and then uses his body to lean on Hargrave and keep him off of the quarterback, away from the quarterback's spot in the pocket. You're going to see this on film a ton as we go through this breakdown. Watch how he sits on this play. This is tremendous anchor recovery against a power rusher. I'm going to slow it down for you. Just watch. Hargrave gets under his pads. You got to remember, he's 6'5", so for a guard, he's quite tall. Hargrave gets under him, gets under his pads, but then watch the base. Look at his legs. Widens that base, sits down, plays on the inner portion of his feet, and then just locks Hargrave down. Just a great job of recovering. Again, you're not always going to win initially, but you got to be able to recover, and this is tremendous anchor recovery, especially when you consider who he's playing against. Here's another 5-man protection by the Cowboys. 5 offensive linemen, 5 pass rushers. McGovern is up against Hargrave once again. Absorbs a blow. Look at him walk back, walk back. Dak is able to get the ball out. Watch how quick off the ball he is on this play. Jump sets that defensive tackle, protects that A-gap, and then as that guy rushes outside, look at him anchor and hold down the fort right in front of Dak Prescott. Dak is able to check it down to the running back. Incredible speed off the snap. He's one of the first guys off the snap, protects the interior gap, and then sits right in front of Prescott so he can get the ball out. A fine example here of anchor recovery, speed to power move from Vea, and a 4-eye technique. And look how McGovern is able to sit down and anchor. Just great work from him. This is not easy. But look at him absorb it with his lower body here, drop his pads, and then the balance and strength in that core and hips to redirect that power from Vita Vea. The Bucs are known for throwing these exotic looks against offensive lines. Guys are in wide alignments like this pass rusher is. They want to force these interior offensive linemen to have to kick slide wide to them. And McGovern shows that he's up to the task. Watch how efficient, how balanced he is, and how he keeps a half-man relationship. You can see his head is on the inside or inner half of that pass rusher. Nice power move from that pass rusher, but watch McGovern refit his hands and then drop his pad level. He's playing on the inner half of his feet, sits down and anchors, secures that line, allows Dak to push the ball down the field for the touchdown. Here's another rep showing off McGovern's ability to anchor and finish near the line of scrimmage. It's a trait that is very important. It's something that Bobby Johnson, the prior offensive line coach, stressed, and something the Bills need to get back to, because too often last year, Saffold lost early in the reps because he was aggressive. He was jumping these guys. He's trying to two-handed punch, and guys were just winning quickly all the time. I mean, and they created so much pressure up the middle. Josh kind of got happy feet, and there were times where he left the pocket too soon when he didn't need to. A guy like McGovern, who's a better pass blocker, but a guy that has efficient use of hands, but he's also patient. You can see he could have easily thrown some punches near the line of scrimmage to deter the pass rush plan, but he's patient, gains his ground, and then when he sees his opportunity, that's when he punches out, drops the pads, and then widens that base, and then plays once again on the inner halves of his feet, and he's able to finish this rep near the line of scrimmage. That's what the Bills need to get back to, finishing near the line of scrimmage. The interior offensive linemen, these three guys, they're responsible for the depth of the pocket, how deep of a pocket develops for the quarterback. The width is determined by the tackles out wide. The better that the Bills can do at finishing near the line of scrimmage, the deeper the pocket that Josh has, the more comfortable he will feel so that he can push the ball down the field. Here's a rep versus Kinlaw. Once again, anchoring. Look at him drop his pads, widen that base, walk back, absorb that power, and then just keep his body between the pass rusher and the quarterback. That type of recovery and anchor recovery, constantly hand fighting there, and being able to sit down and drop your pads versus a powerful guy like that is exactly what the Bills need. He's just not fazed by power rushers, and this is important given guys like Quinnen Williams in the division. And again, just some of the issues that the Bills dealt with last year. Patient, locks on, and then look at him just walk back and absorb that power from Kinlaw. Watch use of hands, balance, weight distribution. Just another nice rep here from McGovern against the Niners. Punches out, refits his hands inside, and then you can see he drops his pads. And then as that pass rusher tries changing leverage and diving inside here, watch McGovern put his body right in front of him again, adjust his weight, square back off to the line of scrimmage, and then right there, watch his right arm, pushes him wide so that the pass can get off from Dak Prescott. So good balance, good ability to anchor, drop that pad level, and push that pass rusher wide so the ball can be thrown. If you like that breakdown, smash that like button, leave us a comment, and be sure to subscribe to the Cover One YouTube channel. I am Eric Turner, host of the Film Room, owner of Cover One. If you like these type of breakdowns, make sure to join us in the Film Room Wednesday nights at 7 p.m.